Hello, welcome to Do It Yourself with Wayne. Sometimes back we did a video about installing our drip irrigation system, and today we want to do a review. We've been running this for about 2 months now, give or take, and we wanted to do an update on how we like it, how we've changed a few things. And I'll put a link up here at the top if you want to see the first video before you watch this one. But the first video is just about the parts that came in the drip irrigation system, and we got it from dripworks.com. And if you're going to buy one, I would recommend that you check them out. Not that I think you should buy them. I'm not saying it's the best. Just check them out before you purchase one. But anyway, we installed this raised drip irrigation. We didn't have this bed yet when we installed it. So in our install video, there's only 3 raised beds. And but anyway, one thing that we have found is when we're first starting our seeds, like right here, we got some lettuce just starting and some radishes just starting. The drip irrigation works great. We really like it, but if you plant seeds like lettuce or something that's right on the top of the ground, it doesn't really get the surface of the ground wet very well. So with, when we plant seeds, we're still hand watering these for a while until they get some roots that get down into where the wet soil is at from the drip irrigation system. So this one we're still watering a little bit by hand, but we're about ready to install the drip here too. Now, on this raised bed, it has done much better for us. As you can see, the plants are doing great. And basically this raised bed, or all of our raised beds, are 4 feet wide, 16 feet long. We got 4 lines that run the length of the raised bed that drip all along. And we haven't hand watered this any at all since we planted it, because we planted plants here that they weren't on the surface. And it's just doing great. Now this is our second raised bed. As you can see, this raised bed's not doing as well. When we were filling this one, we purchased garden soil from a local materials place, and it just hasn't done well. We're working on amending the soil and trying to get it to do better, and things are looking pretty good now, but we're still working on this. But here again, we got a 4 foot by 16 foot raised bed. We got 4 lines that run the length of it. And it's working well as far as the drip irrigation system is concerned. Now on our first raised bed up here, this was our first bed. We've had this, and I think this is the 4th season now. It's doing great. The section right in here, we've already had a crop of mixed greens here. They were very good. We've harvested them. Some of them are in the freezer now. Some of them we've eaten. They did really good. And we've planted some cantaloupe plants in here today. But what I wanted to show you, and I'll put a picture up here in the corner of how I terminated the ends of my drip system as they came up into my raised beds. I didn't like the way I did that. So on each bed I came back and I installed an elbow right here. I installed a cutoff valve at each raised bed. I put this tube across to run my line straight out. And I just like that. I think it's a lot neater, and it does give me the cutoff valve where I can cut each raised bed off independently if I want to, but the drip irrigation still runs on the rest of them. So anyway, that's my review of our drip irrigation system. I've been very pleased with it. All the parts worked well together. I didn't have any problems with getting the fittings to go together. I had enough fittings. The only thing we bought extra to begin with was a timer. The timer seems to work really well. You can see that in the first video. After the fact, when I did this, I did have to buy the extra elbow fittings and the cutoff valves, because I wanted cutoff valve at each raised bed. So we did buy those extra, but that's really the only thing we've bought other than the kit, which was for the medium-sized raised beds that we got from DripWorks. So anyway, that's my review of this drip irrigation system. And if you find this video helpful, please click like and share it with your friends. And to make it easier to find our other videos, if you would subscribe to our channel, it'd make it a lot easier. So we'd just like to say thank you for visiting. Do It Yourself with Wayne, and we hope you have a great gardening season.